Welcome to this short introduction to the topic of radicalization. On July 7, 2005, 4 young British men attacked the London mass transit system with homemade bombs. They killed more than 50 people. Since, this question has been central to terrorism researchers and counterterrorism officials. Why do people who live in a Western democracy turn to terrorism? Why and how do they reach a point where they're ready to kill random civilian fellow citizens and themselves? This short segment summarizes what we know to date about how and why people radicalize into terrorism. It is based on a comprehensive review of case studies that look at individuals who radicalized into militant Islamism in Europe or North America. Consider for a moment this fictional story of a young guy. Let's call him Josef. Josef lives in Denmark with his parents, who fled a Middle Eastern country years before Josef was born due to political violence and instability. The family is not particularly religious. They're normal, mainstream, middle-class people. Josef is going through a difficult time. He's not doing too well in school. He's feeling not well understood by his parents. Last night, once again, he was pulled over by the police as he was driving his car, and he feels sure this is due to his Arab looks. One day, he notices a group of people in the local mall. They're handing out pamphlets about the suffering of Muslim civilians in Gaza. Talking to these people, he notices their apparent confidence, dedication, and their pride in being Muslims. They seem to take an interest in his person and his views, and invite him to join their study group. Josef begins to attend meetings where the group discusses politics and religion, and gradually he cuts off ties to his old friends as he spends more and more time with this new group. Together they watch online material about conflicts around the world where Muslim civilians suffer. Josef is increasingly enraged by what he sees. Everywhere, fellow Muslims seem to be under attack from unbelievers and Western soldiers, persecution, rape, murder. Josef becomes more and more convinced that someone needs to do something, that as a Muslim it is his duty to stand up and do something. And he becomes more and more convinced that peaceful activism is not going to work, that the only language that the Western aggressors will understand is a language of violence. At some point, the group starts planning a bomb attack on the mass transit system of their home city.